So less common now, but definitely common in 21 and at least the first half of 22. Debt versus equity. When does each one make sense? We generally break it down into a few different categories on when debt makes sense and when equity is probably the better fit for you. Uh, Debt makes sense when you want to minimize dilution. I mean, that's probably the number one reason companies prefer debt over equity. If you're a founder who's already sold off 50, 60, sometimes 70% plus of your equity in your business, you probably don't want to do that anymore. So debt makes sense when you've at a growth stage. Maybe you're doing at least a few $1 million plus in revenue. If you're a SaaS company, it can be even lower. You're looking for a capital solution, but you don't need too much. You're not a $5 million revenue company that needs $10 million to fund their next 2 years. You probably have a clear path to profitability. You have a proven market. You're stable and steady growth. It doesn't have to be 100% year over year, but a solid 20%, give or take a few points on the growth each year. And then when equity makes sense is when you're the flip side of that. You're a semiconductor company that is going to cost tens of millions of dollars to get up and running. You might be a life science company. You might be a battery manufacturer. We've seen some of those come in this year, more in the clean tech space. AI has been a big one where it can be a year or so to go to market. Companies need tens of millions of dollars to build out infrastructure, a development team. That's your equity play right there. On the other hand, you need more strategic guidance. A lot of credit funds, and especially banks, they're not looking to get in your hair. They are a partner of sorts on the financing side. They want to make sure you prosper because then they prosper as a result. But if you really need someone to be your strategic partner, to come in and open sales channels for you, to guide your management on different revenue opportunities in new markets, you're going to want to go the equity route. The one thing we always recommend is look at what someone's offering. If it's just a check, debt might make more sense. If it's check, but there's a strategic value there, maybe they're your path to an exit or a path to getting in front of that customer that's evaded you for years, equity actually does make sense in a lot of situations like that.